Hi folks, as you know, Panasonic will soon announce a new L-mount full-frame compact camera. This camera will be announced in May, and in the past 24 hours I got some additional info about this camera that I will share today. But before that, a quick reminder to subscribe to the channel, hit the notification button to not miss any of the upcoming rumors. I got some additional info about that new Lumix compact camera, but I still don't have the full specs and not the images. So if you by any chance find some specs or images that you want to share to me, you can use this email address to contact me, or use the contact box on lrumors.com to send me an anonymous message. The first important info I can share today is that indeed the new camera will use the same 24 megapixel sensor from the S5 II, so it will have the same autofocus performance, similar video recording capability, and so expect the S5 II features to be more or less present also on that new camera. The second info I can share is that this new compact camera will be priced at $200–300 less than the S5 II, so it will be the most affordable L-mount Lumix camera you can buy right now. I don't know if that's cheap enough for the target group we are talking about, because this camera is made for vloggers, TikTokers, Instagrammers, content creators, and yeah, this camera, in my opinion, could be even more cheaper, considering that it also doesn't have an integrated EVF, but Lumix will price it just tiny bit below the S5 II. The third info I can share has to do with the size. I've been told the camera is smaller than the Fujifilm X100VI. I've been told that the camera is just barely taller than the L-mount itself, so think like the Sigma FP, which has about the same size of the L-mount. The new Lumix camera will be around that very same size, so very compact. Of course, the Fujifilm X100VI has an integrated aps-c lens, and on the new Lumix camera you will have to still buy a lens to be able to use the camera, and usually full-frame lenses are much bigger than aps-c lenses, so I don't know how the size will be if you consider camera plus lens. I hope that soon we get some images to see how this camera will be. The next info I can share is that this camera has quite unique features not seen on any other camera on market today, because this camera is aimed for the content creators, and it will have some specific newly designed features for the target group. I don't have the details about the features yet, but I've been told that they really made some stuff so that it becomes attractive for TikTokers, Instagrammers, and YouTubers to buy that camera instead, for example, the Fujifilm X100VI or other cameras. Like I said, I don't know the details, so I don't know if this will really work out and be enough to sell this camera. Another info I got is that this camera will come in different color variations. The reason why Panasonic is doing it is to appeal to the younger generation of people and content creators that want to buy a camera. As you know, there's a comeback of sales of compact cameras because the younger generation prefers to use those kind of cameras instead of their smartphones. And having color variations might help making sales on that camera, at least according to Panasonic. Overall, this camera is truly designed only for those content creators. And according to Panasonic, to appeal to that group, the camera had to be very compact, so it's more compact than the Fuji X100VI, so that you can easily carry it around. It has a very high image quality, better image quality than the Fujifilm X100VI or comparable solution. It has a relatively low price, so it's below the $2,000 mark, which might help to make some sales. It also has those very unique features unseen on any other camera that might help to make this camera attractive. It comes in different colors. This is not my kind of camera, and I guess that most of you are not really interested in a sort of vlogger, influencer focused camera model. If you think more broadly, if this camera would be a success, then it would definitely help the L-mount to grow. So we all have to keep our fingers crossed and hope that this camera will sell, no matter if we like it or not. Still, I hope the day will come that Lumix will also give us a compact camera for, let's say, more photographer oriented people, so a sort of Helix 100 full frame L-mount camera. That is something I'm very interested in. So let's hope that we photographers will also get our own kind of compact camera in the near future. The other good news I shared a couple of days ago is that all trusted sources told me that Panasonic has a wave of new camera announcement coming also right after this vlogger focus camera. So maybe even in June, July, we are already getting the next Lumix camera, and those kind of cameras are more interesting for photographers and also filmmakers. So there will be some exciting L-mount cameras coming very soon after. Don't worry about that. I hope that in the next hours and days I will get a final confirmation about the announcement date. That will happen definitely in May, but I don't know if it's happening next week or 2 weeks. And also about the specs, and hopefully also first images of the camera, because I think aesthetics really matter, and maybe this is a very beautiful camera and maybe can also win over some of us skeptics because of the design. But as of yet, I haven't seen the camera. If you find some images on the web or here and there, then make me a favor to send me the image so that I can see it. If you don't want to miss anything about the next Panasonic Lumix camera announcements, or even Sony, Nikon, Canon and Leica announcement, then again subscribe to the channel to not miss any of the upcoming rumors. See you soon, folks.